Today we're going to turn that empty space into this. Hey everyone, guess what arrived today? Here's our new Rangehood. Our house has never actually had one of these, so this is very exciting. If anyone's interested, I will put a link in the description below. This is an insert type of Rangehood that would normally be installed directly into a cabinet. We are going to be building a custom surround, so this will also double as the cabinet. Now it's time to plan this thing. We're going to be using these foam boards here and creating a prototype to figure out the size and the shape that we need. The base is going to be the width of the space between the cabinets and about 19 to 20 inches out from the wall, as that seems to be a standard size. This was a process of trial and error in getting the design to look the way we wanted it to, while also making sure that there was clearance for the hood and the vent. Once the box was built, it was time to see what it would look like in place. Now with the shape finalized, it was time to transfer this to paper and do some math and figure out all the angles and dimensions and then plan a cut list. We are going to be building the frame out of 3/4 inch sanded plywood. We got the measurements down, we got our cut list, let's go make some sawdust. This frame is going to be made up of 3 main pieces, the 2 side panels that will make up the shape of the whole thing, and then 1 solid bottom panel for the Rangehood to fit into. Using a circular saw, we carefully made all the cuts. With the main pieces all cut up, it was time to rip down some of the leftover pieces to create all the blocking and bracing that we needed. After giving everything a quick sanding, we set out attaching everything together. We are going to be using wood glue, clamps, and some brad nails. After the glue dries, we'll be adding some cabinet screws and some corner brackets as well. Now that we know that the main frame fits in its space, it was time for one more clearance check for the front panels, and then we cut out the hole for the Rangehood to fit into. The front panels will be recessed into the box, so using this made-up jig, we set the depth of the attaching blocks. The idea behind this design is to have removable front panels to access the ducting and electrical if required in the future. Now it was time to figure out the electrical location. Back in episode 3, we ran a wire for the Rangehood. After checking where the hood would sit exactly on the wall, we installed the receptacle. The box is almost done. We just had to add a few corner braces and L brackets and attach the final back slats. These are what will be attached to the wall studs. We were short a clamp, so this floor tapper and small clamp did the trick. Now with all the wood glue dry, it was time to add some cabinet screws and then fill in the visible ones with some wood filler. These last blocks are what the Rangehood itself will attach directly to. Now it was time to start painting. The first step was to seal the inside of the box with a basic primer. For the visible parts, we used bin sealer primer. This stuff seals the wood and keeps the knots from bleeding through. This is what it can look like if you skip this step. Now for the finish paint. We are using bare cabinet paint in the color black. This will make a bold statement, but it will also match with our kitchen hardware and light fixtures. While we are waiting for our paint to dry, could you do us a quick favor and subscribe to this channel if you have not already? Also give this video a thumbs up. It is proven to help our paint dry faster, but it also helps with the YouTube algorithm. Thanks. With all the paint dry, it was time to attach the box into place. We used some heavy-duty cabinet screws to attach it directly to the wall studs. It was now time to hook up the venting. Our vent goes all the way up and out our roof. If you missed our last episode in which we cut a hole in a roof and ran the vent right through, you can check that out on our channel or in the description below. Once the Rangehood was secured into place, using some HVAC tape, we sealed up all the joints and plugged in the unit and secured the wire. Now with the Rangehood installed, let's work on these front panels next. For the front panels, we are using the shiplap boards where we salvaged from the old kitchen back in episode 2. And now it was time to add all of the final trim pieces. Thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and perhaps you even got some inspiration for your own kitchen. Our kitchen's coming along really nicely, and we are so close to the finish line. But until the next episode, you can check out this other video that you might like.